Hello everyone, welcome to the CPT coding guideline. In this tutorial, we are going to discuss medicine coding guidelines. With each section, we'll be discussing AAPC CPC real exam type questions with rationale. Medicine coding guidelines, part 2. Immune globulins, serum or recombinant products. Code series from 90,281 to 399. So serum globulins are extracted directly from human blood. On the other hand, recombinant products are created in a laboratory environment through a genetic modification of a human endo-animal proteins. So these products include broad-spectrum anti-infective immune globulins, antitoxins, iso-antibodies, and monoclonal antibodies. So when you take immune globulin product codes, it includes several items. These are important when you search in the CPT Alphabetic Index. So first one is serum globulins. These are extracted from human blood, provide passive immunity, used for disease prevention or post-exposure treatment. Second one is recombinant immune globulin products. Created in a laboratory through genetic modification, may involve human or animal proteins designed to target specific pathogens. And broad-spectrum anti-infective immune globulins such as general immune globulins, IM, IV or subcutaneous, hepatitis B immune globulin, rabies immune globulin, varicella zoster immune globulin, and tetanus immune globulin. So there are several examples available. And fourth category is antitoxins. So antitoxins also including in the immune globulin products such as botulinum antitoxin and diphtheria antitoxin. And iso antibodies such as RHOD immune globulin. Those are categorized into full dose, mini dose or IV formulation. And sixth one is monoclonal antibodies. These are respiratory syncytial virus, RSV monoclonal antibodies, recombinant monoclonal antibody products. So all are including in the immune globulin category. So let's come into the key coding guidelines. Product codes versus administration codes. Codes 90,281 to 399 represent the drug or product only. They must be reported in addition to the administration codes when applicable. So we'll see the administration code in the next part. So the common administration codes are listed here. So the important rule is modifier 51 should not be reported with immune globulin product codes when performed with another procedure. So you will understand this when you do the examples. FDA status and CPT publication policy. The CPT editorial panel may publish new immune globulin codes before FDA approval. So these codes are marked with a flash symbol like this. The AMA tracks FDA approval status. Once FDA approval is granted, the flash symbol is removed and coders should check the AMA CPT website for the most current status of these codes. Let's look at the code categories and examples. Category 1, general immune globulins. The codes are 90,281 for immune globulin IgG for IM, 283 for immune globulin IV, and 284 for immune globulin subcutaneous infusion. So you can take your CPT code book and read the code description. The second category is antitoxin, 90,287 for botulinum antitoxin Equine and 296 for diphtheria antitoxin. And third category is disease-specific immune globulins, 288 for botulism immune globulin, 291 for cytomegalovirus immune globulin, 371 for hepatitis B, 375 to 377 for rabies immune globulin variants, 389 for tetanus immune globulin, 396 for varicella zoster immune globulin. You can read the full code description in your code book. And now fourth category is respiratory syncytial virus. You can see the codes 378, 80, 81 and 82 for RFC monoclonal antibody recombinant 50 milligram, then 0.5 milliliter, 1 milliliter, and 0.7 milliliter, all are seasonal doses. So you can read the code descriptions. So the special instruction for this respiratory syncytial virus monoclonal antibodies: do not report 90,382 82 with 96,372. Use 96,380 or 381 for administration of seasonal RSV monoclonal antibody. For immunization counseling, that is more than 3 minutes without administration on same date, you can use 90,482, 83 and 84. We can discuss this in detail in the next chapter. So you can see these are the new codes added in the latest 2026 code book. These counseling codes are added in the 2026 new code book. So you can see the code description here and take your CPT code book and read all code descriptions. Fifth category is RHOD immune globulin. So there are 3 codes for full dose IM, mini dose IM and IV. These codes are available. And for other specific immune globulins, 393 for vaccinia immune globulin, 90,399 for unlisted immune globulin. This is very important code, 90,399 unlisted immune globulin. So very important coding concepts are here. Product versus administration separation. So always code the immune globulin product plus the appropriate administration code. So this chapter most of the time contains the immune globulin product, but the other chapter having the administration codes. And the route matters. So codes are differentiated by intramuscular, intravenous, subcutaneous, and also dose, milligram or milliliter specific. So correct route documentation is essential for accurate coding. Regarding the unlisted code, that is 90,399, used when no specific CPT code describes the immune globulin administered, also requires documentation and payer review. So in summary, the Immune Globulins Serum or Recombinant Products section covers biologic immune therapies derived from human plasma or recombinant technology, requires separate reporting of administration services, contains disease-specific immune globulins and monoclonal antibodies, including evolving codes that may be precede FDA approval, and has strict reporting rules regarding modifier 51 and RSV administration. So let's look at some AAPC CPC type questions and discuss the answers. Question number 11. This is the continuation of previous parts. A patient receives a 100 milligram subcutaneous infusion of human immune globulin, SCIg. Which CPT code should be reported for the product? So there are 4 answers available. Take your CPT code book and find the answer. So here you have to highlight this is 100 milligram subcutaneous infusion of human immune globulin and asking code for the product. So when you look at the answer, all answers are addition code. So you can use the elimination method to find the answer in the exam. But for the learning purpose, let's do with the CPT Alphabetic Index. So in the CPT Alphabetic Index, search for the main index term, that is immune globulin. This is the immune globulin, and the subterm human. So there are 4 codes available, 90,281, 83 and 84. Let's go back to the tabular list and confirm the answer. Once you go to the tabular list, 90,281 for immune globulin, human for intramuscular use. But in our case, it's subcutaneous infusion. 90,283 for immune globulin, human intravenous. 284 for immune globulin, SCIg, human for use of subcutaneous infusion, 100 milligram each. So the correct answer will be answer C. Question number 12. A 28-year-old female patient who is Rh negative receives a full dose intramuscular injection of RHOD, immune globulin, following a physical trauma. What is the correct CPT code for the product? So there are 4 answers available. Take your CPT code book and find the answer. So here the full dose of intramuscular injection of RHOD immune globulin. Let's find the answer using the CPT Alphabetic Index. So in the index, first you have to search for the main term immune globulins, then subterm RHOD. It will lead you to the code series of 90,384 to 86. Let's come back to the tabular list and confirm the answer. Once you come to the tabular list, 90,384 for RHOD immune globulin, human full dose intramuscular use. So that's the scenario here. Others are mini-dose, intravenous use, but in this case, full dose. So full dose is the correct answer is answer A, 90,384. Question number 13. A patient is treated with botulinum antitoxin derived from equine sources. What CPT code represents this product? So there are 4 answers available. Take your CPT code book and find the answer. So here you have to highlight this is a botulinum antitoxin derived from equine sources. So when you look at the answers, all answers are adjacent code. So you can use the elimination method in the exam, but for the learning purpose, let's use the CPT Alphabetic Index. So in the CPT Alphabetic Index, the main search term is immune globulin. You have to know that botulism antitoxin is immune globulin, as I explained in the first couple of slides of this video. So the main search term is immune globulins and the subterm is antitoxin. Antitoxin for botulism, the code is 90,287. But always check in the tabular list. Once you go to the tabular list, the description says 90,287 for botulinum antitoxin, equine, any route. So that is the case here. So the correct answer will be answer A. Question number 14. Receives a seasonal respiratory syncytial virus monoclonal antibody 0.5 milliliter dose intramuscularly. Which CPT code is correct? So there are 4 answers available. Take your CPT code book and find the answer. Here let's use the alphabetic index. So search for the main term respiratory syncytial virus and the subterm immune globulin. You have to be careful. This is a monoclonal antibody is an immune globulin. So it will lead to the following code series. Again, come back to the tabular list and confirm the answer. Once you go to the tabular list, 90,384 respiratory syncytial virus monoclonal antibody recombinant for intramuscular use 50 milligram. You can see this is intramuscular route and That is not the 50 milligram, it is 0.5 milliliter. So that is not possible. When you look at other answer, 90,380 respiratory syncytial virus, monoclonal antibodies, seasonal dose, 0.5 milliliter doses intramuscular use. So that is the correct answer. So answer B is correct. Question number 15. Which statement is correct regarding modifier 51 and immune globulin product codes? A. Modifier 51 must be appended when multiple products are used. B. Modifier 51 is never allowed with these codes. C. Modifier 51 should not be reported with this section of product codes when performed with another procedure. D. Modifier 51 is required for RSV products. So think the answer. The correct answer is C. Modifier 51 should not be reported with this section of product codes when performed with another procedure. The rationale is the guideline states modifier 51 should not be reported with this section of product codes when performed with another procedure. Finally, a bonus question. Which of the following statements is correct regarding CPT codes identified with the symbol flash like this, that is pending FDA approval in the immune globulin section? A. These codes are only for animal-based antitoxins. B. The symbol is added once the FDA has approved the product for human use. C. The CPT editorial panel may publish these codes before FDA approval to recognize public health interest. D. These codes should only be reported for clinical trials. So think the answer and leave the answer in the comment section. And if you have any queries, feel free to contact me in the comment section, or else you can contact me using my WhatsApp and email provided in the description. So please subscribe my channel and stay with me. Thank you.